In this video, let's tackle a common reader question that I have seen come across in a number of different instances. Let's assume you have developed two different sets of reports. Essentially, let's say here I'm looking at employee analysis, which is one TWB file, and superstore reports, which is another TWB file. So now if you want to merge or copy paste one of the reports into another one, is it possible, and how does it really work? Tableau does this very nicely, and many people are not aware of this, and this is something that I often see as a common requirement in client side. People are developing different reports. Now they want to merge some of the things together. So the scenario differs if you are using a plain TWB file versus a TWBX file. If you do not know what is the difference, I suggest you to look at one of the videos where I cover the difference between the two file formats and what it contains. So the process a little bit changes if you are using TWB versus TWBX file. Let's start with TWB. That is the basic starting point. So here is the report. So this one is a superstore sales and profit, a very simple report. All I did was I used this save data sources sample superstore, which comes with every version, and then just used a very simple sales and profit by subcategory report. This is a single report. Yeah. And then in the other case, I have the typical employee master dashboard, which uses this 10-row employee master that you have seen in a lot of my videos. And it's a very dumb dashboard. There's nothing much here except an action. Yeah. So now let's understand, if I want to bring this report, which is a simple report, into this file, which is the employee analysis file, how do I do that? So let's go here. So look at this, right click here, you will see this option called copy and paste. Yeah, so these are the two options we are going to use. Let's copy. So when we copy a report, what do we want to really copy? So if you think about this, you will know we not only want to copy the format, which is this view definition itself, we also want to copy the data definition as well, right? So which is what Tableau is going to do. So let me press copy here, nothing really done. So I come here, you can right click on any of the sheets, doesn't matter where you want to place this, and then I place paste, and it inserts before that. If you have paid attention here, so previously there was only one data source. Now sample superstore has come very nicely. So Tableau has brought the data store, all the reports, everything. This works very well. Yeah. So when it comes to a single report, moving from there to here, and we are both dealing with TWB file, great. There is no problem at all. Things work exactly well. So let's go to the data source definition and see where this is. This is pointing to the sample superstore, which will be in the repository, wherever it is in your machine. Yeah. So now let me undo this work a little bit. And let me now try to move a dashboard, which is more than one sheet. So here I have two sheets, and if I move this, what happens? So if I copy now and I now go to the other sheet, now I'm going to paste this. So now you can see the whole dashboard along with all the sheets it is referring to. They have come in, and you can also see the employee master 10-row records have also come in, and it is pointing to the right resources. Very neat. This is something super useful. Yeah. So this is the base case with respect to TWB. There is nothing more to do. You can save, delete the other one, or whatever you want to do. But in case one of the files that you are using is a TWBX file, what happens? Which is the next case we want to demonstrate. I want to copy paste this report, but this time this is stored as a TWBX file. Yeah. Unfortunately, from the title bar anywhere, it is very hard to see whether it's a TWB or TWBX file. So hence I have renamed the data source just to make it visible. Here is the file which is working as a TWB file. So now let's understand where this superstore is stored in the TWB file. So if I go here, it is stored in my Tableau repository. You can see this is a Mac, so it looks a little bit different. So it is stored in my Tableau repository. Whereas if I go to the TWBX version, where it is stored in a temporary zip file, where it is different, you can see the hierarchy itself is different. So this is like a uncompressed zip folder which is created on the fly. Yeah. So what happens when we are moving? So from a TWBX file, Tableau creates something like this. And many a time, this is not what we really want. We want to point to the original data source, which is what I wanted to you to understand. So let me do a copy here. So, and I'm going to go to this one. This time I'm going to click here itself in one of the plus icons so that I can paste it at the end. So it is still pasting before this. So now I got the TWBX version. Go to the data source here, and you can see here if I do edit connection, it's pointing to the wrong place. So what I could do is I could point back to wherever the original file is, which is in the repository folder, which is what I want you to be aware. That's all with respect to this case. Yeah. So we have looked at how to copy and paste from one TWB file to another TWB file. It takes both the view definition itself as well as the data sources that is coming in.